Forget about robes, candles, incense. Real mystics, they're rewriting the matrix from the inside out. Let's get into it. Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching. Today, we're going to talk about my favorite subject, the mystics. Maybe we'll talk about how you can become one. So when you think about mystics, some people have a preconceived notion of what they look like. It's usually some druid-looking dude with crazy hair. He's living in a cave. He's surrounded by books, incense, candles, and black cats. Wait a second. I've got 2 black cats. Oh well, no judgments. Or you might be thinking about some hippie-looking gal flip-flopping around outside. Maybe she's got a crystal ball in her hands. Either way, the mystics are people who are looking for a direct connection to the divine without all the dogma, while other people are fighting over the spiritual small print. Mystics, they're off in a corner in a lotus position, merging with the universe. These people are the OG soul surfers. Again, I'm not talking about little Corky who's like 11th wizard level in Dungeons and Dragons, who hangs out with his Big Bang buddies, lives in his grandmother's garage, and dresses up as Gandalf at Comic-Con. Not talking about that guy. I'm talking about people who are trying to connect directly to the void. You see, most people, they go to church or the mosque or the temple. They may even go to yoga and think, you know, I've done my spiritual thing for the week. I'm done. The mystic goes, yeah, spiritual things are awesome. But have you breathed in the cosmos every day? You see, mystics are the spiritual misfits of all religions. They just don't believe. They know. While everyone is arguing over which teapot to use, the mystic, he's sitting there with his eyes closed, sipping the tea, getting downloads from the ground of being, seeing right through this matrix that we all live in. Let's peek inside this mystical treasure chest. Take a peek inside. Look at some of the major religions and their mystic sects. The first one is the Christians. Their mystics are called the Gnostics. They believe that we live in this matrix, but it's not the real world. God is not someplace outside. God is not up there. God is in here. If we just shut up long enough, we can hear the universe. In fact, the universe means one song, one voice. But the reason we can't hear is because the line's always busy. Unbusy the line, my friends. The second one is Islam. Islam's mystical sect is called the Sufis, or Sufism. The Sufis believe that unification with Allah is the most important goal of a person's life. They believe that unification with the divine is not done through fear, but done through love. The third religion is Judaism, and their mystic cult are the Kabbalists. They're trying to decode the origins of the universe. They believe that all this is just a puzzle that they're able to understand through meditating on the sacred names of God. They believe they can decode the mysteries of everything. Then there's Buddhism. Now, the mystic sect of Buddhism is either the Zen Buddhists or the Tantra Buddhists. These guys seek nirvana through meditation and insight. They've mapped the inner landscape. Their whole thing is letting go. Non-attachment, duality. This is how the Buddhists roll. Finally, there's Taoism. Now, Taoism is mystics of the East anyways, the chill out group. They believe it was called Wu Wei, effortless action. They know that the divine has a better GPS than you do. Stop trying, start flowing. All you need is to be tapped in, tuned in, turned on. That's it. Are you a mystic? Do you want to be a mystic? That's up to you. Mystics know and realize that we're all living in this mass hallucination called the Matrix. We are trapped in the tyranny of trends. This culture glorifies money, power, sex and pleasure, name and fame. People who think that you're crazy, that's a compliment. You didn't come here to deal with reality. You came here to change reality. You're here to raise your vibration. And by raising your vibration, you're here to raise the vibration of this universe. You don't have to go to some ashram and change your name to Shakti Lotus Flower. You don't need to wear dreadlocks. You don't need to join an ashram or even worse, a cult. Walk and proceed as if success were inevitable. Mystic Monk out.